I'm Dr. Howard, and this is Alien Hour. Welcome to Alien Hour. I'm your host, Dr. Howard. Today we're talking about, I don't know if you know, but I'm a firm believer in Bigfoot. I'm going to use the name Sasquatch because I'm talking specifically about the North American Bigfoot, which I prefer to call Sasquatch. We're going to be talking about a topic that I feel is very important to discuss, because it's relevant whether or not you believe in Sasquatch. Because what we're going to be talking about today is the idea of Sasquatch sounds and vocalizations. So if you're out in the woods and you hear one of these sounds, it could be a Sasquatch, whether you believe in Sasquatch or not. So I think it's important to be aware of these sounds in case you hear one. Bigfoot sounds can include howls, whoops, growls, screams, whistles, wood knocks, rock knocks, and tooth popping. And the most controversial Bigfoot sound is language. Some people believe that Sasquatch has language and other people do not. I'm not going to cover all these sounds today just because we don't have time, and I don't want to howl or scream at you, and I actually don't know how to whistle. When you hear a Sasquatch sound in the wild, some people believe that you should not engage at all. You should just walk away. And other people believe that you should try to imitate the sound back at the Sasquatch in order to try to have some communication. I'm in the camp that believes in communication because it may be if we can have a conversation with Sasquatch, we can start to learn a little bit more about them and foster a relationship, and they'll come out of hiding, and maybe, whatever we can learn from Sasquatch can happen. So for me, if I'm going to respond to a Sasquatch scream or howl, I have my Bigfoot collar. I don't remember where I got this, but if you just look online, you can probably find one. And I demonstrated a little bit before, but it's kind of a Bigfoot scream kind of sound. For rock knocking, it's just knocking rocks together, so you can just find some rocks and knock them together. But for tree knocking, which is one of the most common Sasquatch sounds you'll hear, I actually have a special guy, this Squatch Knocker baseball bat. I picked this up at the International Bigfoot Conference last year in Kennewick, Washington. A really great conference run by some good folks. Recommend it for all you Bigfoot enthusiasts. It's just, it's a mini bat. It's got a nice wrap on the handle for a grip. And I just wanted to demonstrate for you what I've learned to be the correct Squatch knocking technique. So let me move this out of the way. Getting my tie and my coffee a little bit there. Good coffee. Okay, so the deal with the Squatch knocker is that because it's a baseball bat, I think a lot of people want to act like they're hitting a baseball, want to kind of give it a little, like they're going to try to knock it out of the park, like they're going to try to hit a home run. But the problem with this is that it makes you kind of tired, and it's really slow. If the Sasquatch is knocking fast, you're not going to be able to keep up with him. So my technique is to grab it and it's just a wrist and a wrist and a wrist, and it's not a baseball. It's not a baseball. It's a wrist, a wrist, a wrist, and a ba 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 ba. That lets you keep up with whatever kind of sound, whatever kind of tapping, whatever kind of pattern the Sasquatch is doing, and you can start to get a little back and forth going, a little communication with your Sasquatch friend, and who knows what'll come from that. So that's the Squatch knocker. That's knocking. It's tree knocking, one of the primary forms of Sasquatch communication that's been documented, and my special wrist technique for Squatch knocking. So now I want to talk about the most controversial part of Sasquatch sounds, which is language. Some people don't believe that these creatures have language, and other people do. The most famous recording of Sasquatch language was done by Ron Moorhead in the 1970s in the Sierra Nevada mountains. And then later, a linguist named Scott Nelson transcribed these recordings he developed a system for transcribing Bigfoot vocalizations, which is available online. And I have written down the transcription of Bigfoot language that Scott Nelson has provided online publicly. And I've spent time studying this transcription system to try my best to replicate this for you today. Because I want you, if you're out in the woods and you hear these kinds of sounds, I want you to be able to recognize what they are and maybe to be able to have a conversation with Sasquatch. So let me just, I'm going to stand up for this because I gotta open my chest up to correctly do the sound how Sasquatch would. Sasquatch is big. Sasquatch is big and he's going to make a big sound. He's not hunched over in an office chair. So this is my best shot at the Sasquatch linguistic transcription and Sasquatch language. Ramho barukahu, wamvo hukuk, no upla mendiku, narla, nago ku step gakublem, ukuja, fraape kukle, uniku o guak, duwaino, muifui ko pikush, huo no kahu, plendushtish, sishao glu plumek, pa ki ko du tu sexu, wahet du she du fuhet, fiku ai kuch, never gu ku, never go on ku, wa ku fam, wa ku fam. It's kaem var us for easy stands. Mo fair be can ja vaonsi. Right me ro gap giggle whip. Me wash five blend five new. Oh, so this one I actually remember. I remember Scott talking about this one. So this one is not actually a Sasquatch speaking Sasquatch language. This one is a Sasquatch speaking human language, English, the human language of English, and he's saying the Sasquatch is trying to say in English, me watch fire, me watch fire, plenty of fire. Me watch fire, plenty of fire. So he's trying to say that he sees the fire that the people who recorded this were having, and he was watching it. And there was plenty of fire. I'm going to continue now. Aoke ku no ai akshu. Be care file now proscape. Now o ja letke. Moi pishve ku ke ku kubek. Ke a ku. Ala mov ku laf ku. No kaia kove aerzi kaki waku ush buga taish kuku. And that's the end of the transcript that I found. I know that there's more transcriptions of Bigfoot language out there, and that I've heard Scott Nelson do a longer version of this at a conference. But I just wanted to give you a sample of what Bigfoot language kind of sounds like, in case you hear some, and to give you an idea of some of the sounds, in case you want to try to have a conversation and speak a little bit with the Sasquatch that you're hearing in the woods, and maybe make a connection, discover some new stuff about this species that we still don't know a whole lot about. So keep your ears open out there and see if you can hear some tapping, some knocking, some language, some tooth pops, some howls, some screams.